Alright guys, time for another video, a follow-up to what that last video was about. Remember, if you like these kind of videos, like, sub, silly comment, hit that notification bell if you want it. It helps the channel. Anyway, so to continue with what I was saying about this last video, and it really talks about the hate in the community and the hypocrisy that the fighting game community says, oh, we can have these options to say that you're transgender, you're gay, whatever you might be, boy, girl, fat, whatever it might be. Like a dating site, right? To show how diverse the community is. And the ironic thing and hypocritical thing is, first of all, the fighting game community has always been incredibly diverse. And second of all, hypocritically and ironically, that's the reason there's so much fucking hate in the community, because it's so diverse. Do you see how hypocritical this is? The fighting game community does not want it to be diverse. These fake social justice warriors, these fake nerds are mad that the fighting game community is diverse, right? It always goes back. It's like a vicious circle of death and hate in the fighting game community. I always say when I first got into video games, besides the fact that I didn't know that I was good at video games at first, is one of my first images of tournaments was I saw a bunch of black dudes beating a bunch of the most nerdy, stereotypical nerds I've ever seen. And as a kid, it was a real big wake-up call that, man, society has taught me that one kind of nerd is supposed to be the one that is good at video games. So not only did I not know that maybe, you know, people might not think that I'm a nerd, or they wouldn't expect me to be, quotation marks, good at video games and done the stuff that I've done, right? When you think about society, you would think that, or what social media tells us, movies, whatever, I was expecting these nerds to be good at video games, these cliche nerds to be good at video games, and I saw them getting beat by all these hardcore black dudes, whoever it might be, right? And I realized very early on that the stereotypical nerd was often the worst person at video games. And that's why this whole thing is also so hypocritical and so, ironic, I guess, if you will. Am I saying that word correctly? You know, I forget English. I'm always practicing these different languages and I can barely speak half the time, right? I'm an idiot, right? That's for sure. Right? I definitely am pretty stupid, dude. But so it's so hypocritical, this whole thing, that they're basically making fighting games a dating site. I just roll my eyes like, oh, I'm transgender, I'm this, I'm black, I'm gay, whatever it might be. You know what the thing is? Being diverse is not special in the fighting game community. Being a nerd is not special, and that's what people need to understand. The only thing that makes you special in the fighting game community is if you are good or not. You are not special because you're black. You're not special because you're gay. You're not special because you got your dick chopped off, whatever the fuck you've done. You're only special if you've done something. You should not be giving gold stars to someone who has not done anything. You getting a sex change and playing fucking Street Fighter, you are not fucking special. Okay? Why isn't these just to use a story example that I've said, why aren't these black dudes that grow up in a bad part of town and they don't want to be part of drugs, so they went to the arcades to play to stay out of this scene, why aren't they special? Because they haven't gotten their dick chopped off? You are only fucking special, or you should only be special, if you have done something. Stop giving people a fucking reward for doing nothing. So that's why it's so funny when people talk about how diverse the community is, how they're trying to make it more diverse. The community's already been incredibly diverse, and that's why there's so many of you guys that are fucking mad about it. Because you realize this whole idea that you are the most special nerd, that you're the most brave person. You're black and you're transgender. You're black, you're transgender, and you're gay, and you're a furry. Whatever the fuck it might be. You're the most special. No, you're not. You're only special if you've done something. You know what I mean? I always say, why do you think the community hates me? Because they think that I'm not a stereotypical nerd. Oh, Clayton, he's this, he's that. He plays video games just for fun. He doesn't play as much as us, but we deserve to win. So we're going to make up lies about him. He faked being sick. He faked this. Is that not perfect proof that because I am not your, quotation marks, cliche stereotypical nerd, that I'm hated. The video game community does not like diverse people. They only like them fucking selves, dude. They're fucking selfish and fake, dude. See through the lies, man. The video game community has always been diverse, and that's why there's hate in it in the first place. Because they think that only the stereotypical nerds who, oh, I was bullied as a kid, I like Dragon Ball Z, I'm the one that's supposed to be special. Newsflash, lots of people are nerds. Being a nerd doesn't make you special. You're only special if you've done something. Anyway, so that's why I want to follow that up, because it always goes back to what I say, that the community's always been diverse. And that's why there's actually hate. It's not because they're trying to make it more diverse. That's a complete fucking lie, and it's fake as hell, dude. Anyway, remember, if you like these kind of videos, like, sub, comment, blah, 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 blah. The end.